Hello and welcome. On this episode of Abby Normal Garage, we replace our unregulated voltage rectifier with a regulated voltage regulator on this Mercury Classic 40. We're going to be replacing this unregulated voltage rectifier with a regulated voltage regulator. It looks like this plate actually has the holes for the regulator already in it. So we're going to start by removing all the wiring, taking out these two screws, and we'll see if it fits. Let's do that. The two yellows on the top. These. So I'll take that off there. Set that on the flywheel. This gray wire here is for our tachometer. Looks like I forgot to shrink the heat shrink on that. Looks like it actually has another gray wire that comes out. Probably for... I wonder if it has a tack wire in the control itself. I'll have to look into that. This is the battery power wire. It provides power to the regulator or rectifier. You see we got 4 ignition coils, a CDI unit, switch box. Alright. It's a different size. Okay. These are very common. Mercury used these for probably since the 60s, I'd say. And one of the best upgrades you could do to any classic Mercury is replace this with the regulator. It's a pretty simple process. And we'll save it because there's nothing wrong with it. Come on. Try to do it one-handed. I believe that new one will fit right in there. So let's finish getting this out and we'll go from there. Alright, we got our voltage regulator mounted. Got to do a little bit of wiring here. Put bullet connectors on my wires from the stator. Hook these up to those. Got to combine my reds together. I think. Well, let me do a little research on this. We got our module mounted. We got our stator wires hooked up. We got this. So now I just got to hook up the 2 reds. Now originally, Mercury had power on this at all times. This is the wire directly from the starter solenoid that would have went to the voltage regulator. I don't really want power on that all the time. I'm kind of like it so that if the key's off, there's nothing hot. So let's see if any one of these 2 wires has power when the ignition switch is on. So let's turn the ignition switch on. These wires are for the old oil module, which is no longer in play. Alright, so that we complete to ground, makes the horn go off. The purple wire has power. Let's see if it has power cranking. Okay, key off, key on, choke, cranking. So I think I'm going to hook my power wires to my voltage regulator up to the old oil module power. So let's we'll merge those 2 wires into one and we'll plug it up. Now we made that connection. Gonna shrink the heat shrink. Alright. Now let's see if we can plug it up. Got all our wires connected. Everything looks good. Tack wires connected. Stator's connected. So now all I gotta do is put the brain box cover on and we're good to go. Next clip you'll see will be a test run to make sure it's working. Alright, let's see if this works. Let's check our voltage with the engine not running. 13.23 volts. Alright, let's start the engine real quick. 13.5. It is working. Beautiful. Good. Even the tack works. Here we have some drone footage at the lake. A couple of points to note is I did check to make sure that the purple wire was on the motor fuse so that if it ever shorted out it wouldn't catch on fire. I also tinkered with the connection of the red wires thinking that it was a pass-through. It did not work when tested. The biggest advantage of this mod is before you'd go out on the lake and your battery would charge up to 17.5 volts. After 8 hours of running, it never exceeded 14.5, which is better for the batteries, better for your light bulbs, better for your electronics, and so forth. Well, we're pretty much well done with Phase 1. If you like what you see, like and subscribe and share this video. Thanks for watching.